Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Get branded. Okay. We're talking about how we can get branded in these streets, y'all, because it's a lot of noise, lots going on. So we're really excited because we have a special guest tonight. So Anita will be joining us momentarily. You know how that technology is. So we were all on here, somebody dropped off, but the show goes on. So before we get into our conversation today, okay, here's Anita popping in. Okay. We are going to be talking about getting branded. But we're going to start with some intros first. Want to say give a shout out to Amy who is joining us on YouTube. Want to say thank you for watching. So glad that you are able to be here and join the conversation because we do have our guest Michelle who is going to be sharing um, all the great things that she has gotten from the Get Branded Jumpstart and now, what she's learning just in this next phase of branding her business. So I'm Lachelle, also known as America's Supermom, mother of 15 children, and I'm a media strategist. I help you to monetize your message and create a global impact in the world through media. So I'm going to yield the mic to you, Anita.
Wow, I just feel like I just got dropped off a bus. And is it dragging like delayed? You all, everything is delayed over here on my end.
It's okay, girl. But the show
Okay,
goes on. Okay.
it does. Technology, like, we work through it right. So I am Anita Newson, also known as Anita in the Biz Coach. I am a business coach, consultant. I am a TV producer and a best-selling author. And so what I have a passion for is working with individuals to help them have a voice for their vision and a mouth for their mission. And we do that through digital media and other forms. And just working with folks like Michelle here and bringing her light to the forefront as it already was. We just helped to push it out there just a little bit more. So I'm just glad to be here.
Awesome. Over to you, Michelle.
Well, thank you. So I am Michelle, and I just recently completed the Get Branded program. And with my business, um, I am working on empowering people to be able to lead boldly, communicate powerfully, and impact lives. And one of the things that we do with my business at Meaningful Moments of Power is in doing that and focusing on those things is by having one-to-one coaching, just passionate about the positive mindset, because that is the key to any type of success that you want to have, whether it's personally, professionally, and having workshops, just empowering women, empowering people to be their best, unlock their full potential. But being a part of the Get Branded program, what it did for me is it gave me one, the push to just really get out here and work my business, but it gave me the strategy that I needed to be able to have more visibility, to let people know about my business, to be able to have a strategy around networking, and then also getting strategies on one, building confidence in doing what I'm doing and utilizing some of the tools that I hadn't been using with my business to help me be successful. So the Get Branded program is amazing because one of the things that came from that is not only being able to work with Anita and Lachelle, but just having that confidence that what you're passionate about are the things that you should be working on and chasing and doing all the time. And when you just step into your purpose and really start focusing on those things that you're passionate about, when you have someone that's there to help you and give you those little tips along the way from a strategy perspective, you have no idea, like things just start flowing your way, and sometimes so much so where you're like, okay, hey, slow down. But had I not taken the steps to say, okay, hey, I'm really going to brand myself and really focus on my business and doing this with this program, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I'm just really thankful that I was able to participate in it. And I'm also looking forward in continuing to work with these ladies, because now I'm working on my Get Branded in Action program. So, you start with getting branded and it doesn't start from there. So I'm just really thankful for the program and thankful for both of you ladies with the tips and tools and the strategies that you've been giving me.
I love that, and I'm just going to pop in because, you come from a corporate background. And a lot of times, when we're in these spaces, people feel that women can't work together. It's really hard to collaborate. It's a lot of competition. You know, Talk to us about how to know when you're in alignment, or what are some tips around knowing who to collaborate with? Because I think that was a hurdle for me, right? To be able to even trust, is this going to work out? Waiting for the other shoe to drop and all this other kind of stuff. So, what's your take on that?
So great question there. So one thing as far as, being in alignment, which I think it goes all into the strategy as far as some of the things that you taught me in your presence and having your presence, building your brand. And so being online and on Facebook and always saying things that you would be posting, I already knew what you did. And then when your event came up, it was like, okay, hey, one, I've been knowing her forever. Two, I know, that she's reputable. I've been watching what you do. But then as far as the true alignment and where it's someplace where you need to be, there has to be some type of connectivity that you feel with people.
Mm.
And when I went to the Get Branded event, it was like I knew everyone, I felt comfortable. And then for me, the thing that really allowed me to connect with everyone was my faith and being able to connect with women who come from different walks of life, different businesses, but everyone within their business, there's a faith journey. And, I'm a woman of God. And so that is just the thing that let me know that the alignment was there and gave me the thing to say, okay, this is a confirmation. He led you here. This is what you're supposed to be doing. So those are some of the things, you have to be able to relate to the people that you're trying to connect with. And you are right that there is that stigma that women cannot work together. And, but the whole thing that you always say too, collaboration over competition. And that's really true. So that's what let me know that, okay, hey, these are the ladies that I need to align with.
Love
That's
that.
amazing.
Mhm.
Love that. Yeah, so we were talking to Michelle earlier, and actually in one of our sessions. And so she was sharing with us one of the things that happened to her recently with her new client. Because y'all, look, this lady, it ain't even been 2 months. I'm like, I need to live my life through you right now, okay? I'm like, she done got a first client, y'all, really within 2 weeks. She had her
Yeah.
first client. Then probably a week later, it might have been the same week. I don't even remember now. You might can correct me, please, ma'am. That she has a speaking engagement at her job. They're ready for her to start working with the women at her job, y'all, to do speaking and women empowerment events and workshops. So it is amazing. I love what you're doing. You just came through the gate, baby, just hitting the pavement. You wasn't playing. So I wish all of them could be like you. Anyway, so you were sharing with us earlier, something that happened recently that really confirmed for you that
Yeah.
you're doing the right thing. You're
Yes.
you're in your zone. So you
Yes.
mind sharing that a little bit with everyone?
Yes. And so one of the reasons why I wanted to embark on this journey and in this business is because I just naturally connect with people. And one of the things just about myself is, I love uplifting people. Positivity is just who I am. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it. And just to be able to touch one person, that would be great for me. But I know that I'm where I am today because other people that have reached back and helped me along my journey. And as women, we go through so much just in our day-to-day lives. And then when you put having to work on top of that, no matter what type of job and what career you're in, there's another level of pressure sometimes is placed on you. So being able to provide one-to-one coaching with people and help them grow personally, professionally, like I was saying before, enhance their communication. And so in working with my client, it was just confirmation because one, in both of our sessions, she has stopped me and let me know, just how appreciative that she is for this, but from a spiritual standpoint. And that is the one thing that just touched me more than anything. Because while, yes, it was a one-to-one coaching session that we were having, I also felt like we were in church. And so by being able to provide some tips and things like that, but then also having that confirmation that this is what I'm doing, I'm touching someone's life. And that's what it's really about. Finding what you're passionate about, having that purpose. And then when you know what your purpose is, walk in your purpose. It doesn't matter what anyone else says, what anyone else thinks. It's your purpose and make it happen. So, just having that confirmation from her let me know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And so, the world just better look out because Meaningful Moments of Power is here and MC is on her way.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Ooh, you better talk about it.
One of the things that comes up too is, the level of confidence that you bring to what you're doing right now. I have seen other coaches where, they feel like nothing is right or complete unless it's modeled after the coach, but I think, my philosophy is that, you just help people bring out what they already have and they're going to be fine, right?
Yes.
It's not anything that you have to, model after somebody else because, when you're dealing with abundance and really changing mindsets, everybody already has what they need inside of them. And sometimes we can use side of that. So talk to us around knowing what to be confident in and then what to ask for help with. Because if it's something that you feel is a calling or you have that confidence to do something that is out of your comfort zone. But how do you navigate, having that confidence and what you really need mentorship or coaching for in order to be successful with that?
Okay. So one, just as far as with the confidence, it starts with the mindset. And so, that mindset, going back to that positivity, having a positive mindset, and you have to have that mindset every single day. Not saying that every day is going to be a good day, but when something happens, when you have that positive mindset, you're able to take on that challenge or whatever it is in a different light because of the fact that, I can do anything, just not everything. So whatever it is, if it's something that I can't think of the solution right then and there is a solution, and so problems are opportunities, and that's the way that you need to look at things. So it starts with the mindset and being positive, believing in yourself, and the self-love. So see, that all ties into the mindset because one, you have to believe in yourself, the abilities that you have, and then from there, when you have that mindset, there's nothing that can stop you because if you believe that, whatever it is that you're trying to do, you will achieve it. So it starts there with the mindset. The mindset is what breeds the confidence. And when you have the right mindset and you start believing in yourself, when you start doing things, it might be something little. And that's why you just have to step out of your comfort zone, get out of your own way and do things. But when you just take that little step, sometimes you'll be surprised. You'll be like, did I do that? Yes. And you did it great. And you can do it again. And I can do something even better. So it's those little things that start building confidence. And then when you're able to have that self-reflection on what are those things that I need to work on, because nobody's perfect. There's always room and opportunity for people to learn and grow in areas. So what are those things that I need to work on? And then those are the things that you start working on. And then that's how you enhance and build your confidence even more. So I would say that the main thing to unlocking your power and your potential, it starts with positive mindset. And so that's why every day I'm always trying to spread some light, put some positivity out there into the world, because you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what things that people are fearful of. And if they see you doing it, they can say, hey, well, I might be able to do that, whatever it is. So, the confidence, it starts with the mindset, and then just applying it from there.
I love that. I want to
Yeah.
give a shout out to Engage Content Studios. They definitely were phenomenal with getting the pictures and everything together for us to be a part of this branding event. So we have Shell that is on the call. So I do want to acknowledge her and say, hey, thank you for making us
Hey, girl.
beautiful with the pictures. All right.
Yes.
Yes, and the venue was like wow, you
Mhm.
know. So shout out to Engage Content Studios in North
Mhm.
Cross, Georgia. They were awesome collaborators with us back in March when we were doing this event for our women's empowerment. And
Mhm.
just think, the whole thing vision came from me just wanting some pictures. But we ain't gonna tell that story tonight. We ain't got time. So my question is, while you were talking about, mindset and all those things are so true because, I'm a true believer in having the mind of Christ, right? So if we don't have the mind of Christ, baby, we out here in these streets doing the wrong things, wrong time, wrong people. Let me just, that's just part of my story. It might not be nobody else's story, but that was a part of mine. Okay. So I had to get it together. All right. So when you were talking about, Michelle, you were talking about mindset and all those great things. I know that had to probably have a lot to do with what finally made you decide you were going to do this, right? You told us you had been wanting to do it forever. Okay. You're here in corporate America still. You still have a full-time job, right? I want people to understand you ain't out here just doing your business. And empowering women and people that want to have more career development skills and things of that nature. But you working a 9 to 5 full time corporate, and you're doing your business. I just want I know there are people that are out there, because it used to be me as well. I know there's people out there that's probably like, man, I have the desire to do this. Y'all, my Zoom stuff is popping up all over the place. I can't even see y'all no more. But oh my God, I can't believe all this going on over here. So
You're
I know
doing
there's
good
people out
though.
there
We
that's
can
like,
see you. You're doing good. We can see you.
okay. I know there's people just like, I want, I'm resonating with this story. I want to be able to do this, but I don't see how I can do it. I don't see how, because I can't quit my job, but I want to do this. I have the desire. God has given me this desire, this deep desire to be able to help people, to be able to do these things that I want to, grow into. But how can I do all of these things? So can you just share with the people how you have found your place in doing both for right now?
Okay. Yep. Well, I think that in anything that you do, it's all about time management. Um, Carving out the time to make sure that, okay, to your point, yes, I do still have a 9 to 5 that I work, but just making sure that the days and the time that I say that I'm going to devote to my business every day, I do that. So that also kind of goes back to the mindset of, I can't continue to make excuses, because excuses won't get me where I need to be. So the main thing is, if it's something that you want to do and you're passionate about doing it, you have to do it. And once
Mm.
you do it, then you will make the time, and you will be surprised. You will find the time to devote to your business, and you'll want to spend the time, because if it's something that you're passionate about, it's what you're going to be thinking about. I sleep, I think about it, I'm talking about it all the time. So when you're energized like that, it just falls into your schedule where it just works out for you. So it doesn't seem like, oh, here's something else that I have to do. Now, I'm not saying that there's not work that's going in on the other end. However,
Right.
it's all about planning your work and working your plan. And as long as you have a plan, a schedule that you're sticking to, you'll be fine. You can do anything. Just like I said, I can do anything, just not everything at the same
I
time.
love it.
But As long as I stick to the schedule and the plan, it's going to get done.
That is so good. That's
did
so
you
good.
did you get that from somewhere? Or are you gonna have to coin that? Because if you don't, I'm gonna go and put my stamp.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. But we can coin
okay.
it. Yes.
My bad. You better use it, girl. I'm gonna put your name.
That is so good. That's so good.
I'm all about affirmations. And going back to the mindset, like affirmations are so critical to shaping the mindset, keeping you positive, and just keeping you on track. Because my affirmation about excuses is excuses are tools of incompetence, and those that specialize in them rarely specialize in anything at all. So you can keep making your excuses, but you're not going to be doing anything. Okay? Yes.
You better talk about it.
Yes. And coin that MC. Meaningful moment of power right there, ladies and gentlemen.
It's true.
Oh, well, drop.
And I love the thing. Somebody said, if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. If not, you'll make an excuse, right?
Yes.
Because it's true. We have to prioritize for these things. It's about our intention and that energy. I love that part that you said you'll make more time for it. I remember when I first started coaching, really transforming my schedule. Because I used to hear people talking about getting up early in the morning, and I'm thinking, who is getting up that early? But once you start doing things for yourself, it's like, look, I wish I could get up at 3:30. You know what I mean? But you got to go to bed earlier. Yeah. But the point is, it's like you begin to have this obsession with, getting more of what it is that you want. And you begin to find the pockets of time. If you're in the car, you're listening to podcasts. This is just me. The doctor's office, you got books and notebooks and things that you're taking with you. Your whole environment begins to change because you know what you want and you start eliminating the things that just don't serve you. So my last question is,
like, preach.
Who said that? I can't see no.
But my last question is around accountability. Because when you are successful, let's say, your son just graduated from college, you have a great 9-to-5, you've got a lot of things that you're successful in. So how does coaching fit into that? Because some people feel like, well, I don't really need a coach. I really don't need that accountability. So what would you say to them around that when you can look back and reflect over how many successes you've had in your journey?
Yeah. So when I look back over my journey and the successes that I've had, they've all come from accountability, whether it's someone else holding me accountable or myself holding myself accountable to whatever that goal or task that I had to achieve. And so, when we think about life and just life in general, you have to be accountable to things. If there's something that you do wrong, you have to admit that I've done wrong and be accountable to the thing that you've done and say, hey, I want to improve that. If someone has provided you with some feedback, I need to receive that feedback and go back and say, okay, hey, is this something that I can change and work on? So accountability is one of the key components to being successful, because you will have people that will hold you accountable along the way, whether it's a manager on a job or a coach or a program that you go through that gives you assignments weekly that makes you just get out of your comfort zone and do things that you said, I am not going to be doing this. No, I'm just kidding. But whatever it is, there is something, something that you're doing for yourself that you're going to hold yourself accountable to. Just like this morning, I did not want to get up and get on that treadmill, but I was on that treadmill at 5:30 this morning. And I know that I'm doing this, yes, to be healthy, but there is an end result that I'm going to see from that. So the thing in accountability is, yes, there's something that you're holding yourself to, but the reason you're doing that is because you know that there's something on the other side of that accountability that's going to bless you in some type of way, whether it's money, a body that you just been saying, okay, hey, let me work on this, whatever it is. But that accountability is going to get you to where you want to be.
Mm-hmm. Amen. That's all I know to say is amen. Michelle, we're going to get ready to get off of here soon. But if there was just one tip that you could give to someone that's out there that maybe, they are still on the edge of trying to make that decision, to start their business or to, at least get someone to help them be accountable or what have you, some of the things that we've talked about tonight, what would be one tip or one thing that you would share with them?
Just do it.
I knew it. I knew she was
Just
going to
do it.
say it.
Yeah, I mean,
Just typing that
I know
thing.
I sound like a broken record, but just do it.
Yes.
And once you
Yes.
do it, you will feel so great about yourself for taking that step, stepping out of your comfort zone and doing what you're passionate about. But when you do it, like I said, you're going to be surprised at all the stuff that just starts flowing your way and falling in your lap. Like, what? So you just have to get out there and do it, because when you take that step and when you have someone that's there to help you along the way, you're going to succeed. You're going to feel great about yourself, because whatever it is that you want to do, when you're able to achieve that, you feel good. And then there's another confidence boost. But at the end of the day, like for me with what I'm doing, I know that what I'm doing is going to give back to someone else to enhance their life. And so that is what excites me every day when I wake up. And whether it's with a post, whether it's with the kind word that I say to someone, whether it's with encouragement, but that's just the thing. Just do it, people. Do it.
Do it. You heard the lady. Do it.
Okay.
Uh-oh, you muted, Michelle.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get a link. I'm over here into the conversation and I'm like, we didn't put any links up or anything like that. I'm
Well,
just,
I
it's,
can't do
I've got a lot
anything
on
on
my
here.
mind. I mean, I'm thinking about, graduation. There's a lot that I have going on. 3 graduates this week. So it's a lot. But so bear with us, y'all. I tell you, I'm a in the moment type person. That's why you have to have a team. Somebody can do the comments, somebody can read the chat. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot going on.
I'm
And I
sorry.
think when you say that you want to get on video, you're thinking, how many of us are just like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get on video. But then it's like, okay, you got to read the comments. And then you got to make sure your lighting's right. And, did you share it with people? Did you invite them? Did you send them the link? I mean, it's a lot, y'all. So that's just kind of what's going on in my
Wow.
Look,
mind right now. Okay. I'm
and
trying to
I can't
stay.
even help you. And that's
Say,
all right.
where's the
I ain't
help when
no
she
help.
needs?
I ain't no help because I ain't signed in the yard, yard, backyard, or whatever this is we on. Front yard,
Where's
side
the
yard. I don't know. Stream, river yard, whatever it
I
is.
love it.
I'm
I
not
love it.
signed up. I can't see no comments. Did Darlene sign in? Because I told her to get on here. I don't even know I don't know who on here with us.
See,
Can y'all go down
we
the
know that
roster?
Engage Content Studios on here and share.
Exactly. And Omar, those are the people. But I do want to conclude
Hey,
because
Amy.
we did good. Um, let people know how to get a hold of you. Where do you want them to follow you? Michelle. Okay.
Yes. So you can follow me on Instagram at Michelle__ Clarkson, or you can follow me on Facebook at Michelle Clarkson.
Awesome. All right. Well, we want to thank y'all for watching. And I did put the link. That's what's scrolling across the screen for information. If you want to learn about getting branded, if you just want to say, hey, I want to do a jump start, kind of get my feet wet, that link is in the comments on YouTube as well as scrolling across the screen. And you can reach out to us, reach out to Michelle, reach out to any of us around uh, taking that plunge to just do it.
Just
So
do it.
I love that. That is some great advice, So if you're afraid to do it with a friend, right? I mean, you don't have to do it alone.
Or
So
do it afraid.
do it afraid.
Okay.
Been there, did that. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, there if you got to think more about the person you want to be a year from now, 2 years from now, and take that action today. So, Michelle, we are so excited for you. I mean, I am living my life through your successes. I'm so excited,
Yes.
you know. So it
Thank
is
you.
really,
Yes.
it's really refreshing to see that, you know, and again, it's confirmation all the way around. So thank you
It
so
is.
much for coming, for sharing your insights. We really appreciate it. And we look forward to coming back, y'all. We're going to be
Yes,
back
thanks for
another
having me.
3 months or so to kind of give you a check in to let you know how things are doing. And if, again, if you guys had any questions, put them in the chat and we'll be sure to answer them for you later on. But for right now, we just say, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your week. And thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.
Bye for now. Have a good one. Blessings.
All right. That was